Hello and welcome back to my channel if this is your first time here. Hi, I'm Cassidy. If it's not, thanks for always tuning into my videos. Today, we are going through my top 10 priority fantasy reads for 2022. The thing is, this list is only series or books that I haven't started in any way, so I might have to make another list that has my priority sequels. Yeah. There's a lot of sequels I want to get to next year, so I think I need a whole other list for those. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, the first book on this list is Jade City by Fonda Lee. This is the first book in the Greenbone saga. I have had this book on my shelf since it came out. That's the only reason I have a hardback, because if you know me, you know I like paperbacks, besides the Poppy War, and I always buy paperbacks. I literally only have this in hardback because I bought it like as soon as it came out. Still haven't read it, and the third book just came out. So I definitely want to get to this. Jade City is an urban fantasy. I believe it's set in our world-ish, and it kind of follows the like mafia of the city, where they jade is what the magic system is made of. When people burn jade, they get magical abilities, and now someone, I think, has come up with a way so that everyone can burn jade and not specific peoples. So it's kind of like becomes a warring fight, I think, between the family rivals that are, I think one is making the drug and one doesn't want the drug. I don't fully know. I just know that I'm gonna love this. Like, I am going to love this. Pretty much every book on this list is a 5-star prediction. I'm gonna have a great reading year next year. I know it. And this is gonna be one. The next book on this list, this also is in really no order. It's just kind of like when they came to mind and I wrote them down. The next book is The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. This is the first book in the Dandelion Dynasty trilogy. I just need to read this. Like, I need to. This sounds so freaking good. It follows two best friends and they rebel against the tyranny. And after the emperor has been overthrown, they then find themselves on opposite sides being leaders of their own like faction. And it's kind of just like a struggle to figure out how the world is now gonna prosper and which side's gonna like rule and if they're gonna like combined them, and I don't know, this just sounds so good to me, and I literally know not that much about it. Yeah, I'm gonna read this ASAP. The next book is The Bone Chips by R.J. Barker. This is the Tide Child trilogy first book. Follows the fleets of the 100 Isles who have been making their boats out of the bones of dead dragons for generations. But something happened and the dragons died off. Now, years later, the first dragon in like a millennia has been spotted, and the two different opposing sides realize that if they are going to win the war, they have to be the first to kill the dragon and get the bones. This sounds good. And if you know me, dragons, I like dragons. The next book is Malice by John Gwynne. I have wanted to read this book for a while, and it's so pretty. Like, I love this cover. I really don't know what this is about. I know we follow 4 different POVs, I believe, and that it's kind of like the world is broken and humans and ogres, there was like a battle against each other and the humans won, and now the ogres are like coming back and there's like prophecies, and I don't know, it sounds grimdark and delicious and good. So I really want to read this. Like, even The Brave Will Fall, you've sold me. Like, a sword on the cover, and I'm sold. So this one is a must for next year. The next book is Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. I loved the book The Ancestor trilogy by Mark Lawrence, so I have to read this because, like, if that's one of my favorite trilogies, this has potential to be really good, and, you know, So, I can't wait to read this and really discover if I actually like Mark Lawrence as a writer, or if that was just like a one-off, like I just loved that concept and that world. So, because I don't love his companion series to the Book of the Ancestor, the Book of the Ice, as much. So I'm hoping to love this though. Okay, this I really don't know much. I know that it follows the prince who has grown up as the leader of he becomes the leader of the bandits as he grows up. And now at 15, he has decided he wants to be king. Obviously he was prince, so like he's destined to be king. But he goes to like the castle and not everything is as it seems. And I know it's grimdark, and yeah, I can't wait to read this. And I'm going in blind to a lot of these, so my descriptions aren't the best, but I'm trying to still give you a good gist in case any of you want to read them with me. The next book is Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. I don't know anything about this book. I can't give you any gist. I have no idea what this book is about. It's on my priority list though, because I just really want to read more Sanderson. And his last standalone, because both of these are not meant to be standalones forever, Elantris, which is the first Brandon Sanderson I ever read, is one of my all-time favorite books. I love Elantris. So I'm hoping in the same concept I might like Warbreaker, which was a standalone. And yeah, that's literally why it's on here, because I've heard them kind of compared to each other and I just want to see what all the good's about. So next year, me and Brandy Sandy. Another one I don't own currently is Master of Sorrows. This is by Justin T. Call. This is a villain arc story, so you're seeing how our character becomes the villain, and I think that's so cool. I know not a lot about this. I believe he goes to some sort of academy and he has magic, but he's being taught that magic is bad, but all his life he's seen how magic can like kind of help him, and so he still uses his magic, and that's kind of like where the villain part comes in, because like he's not supposed to use magic because magic is bad, but he likes magic. He thinks magic is good. That's all I know. I know J.D. Ray Reads loved this one, and I tend to have similar fantasy style to hers, so I'm expecting to love this. As I said, most of these are 5-star predictions for me. The next book is The Pariah by Anthony Ryan. I've really been wanting to try Anthony Ryan's writing, and this one sounds so good. Also, blurb by Mark Lawrence, so... This follows Alwyn Scribd, who is a thief and an outlaw, and then an act of betrayal happens, and he is kind of thrust into like a vengeance type quest where he is now finds himself working for the army and working under the command of Lady Evedyn Corlane, a noblewoman beset by visions of a demonic apocalypse. Alwyn must survive a war and the deadly intrigues of the nobility if he hopes to claim his vengeance. Yeah, I don't know. I also really, really, really like this cover and the cover of the next one, which comes out next year. So I'm not super far behind on this one, and I'd kind of like to keep it that way. The next one is The Eye of the World, which is book 1 of the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. I bought this being like, I'm going to read this before the show comes out. Show came out. I have not read it. But I am loving the TV show, and I'm very intrigued by lots of things that are happening. I want to know more. I want to understand it all, and my mother has read them, and she's read all of them, and she is so invested into the show, and normally I am way more invested into a fantasy show than she is, and this is not the case here, so I know the books were so good. So I gotta read this. I really need to know, like, more of the in-depthness of all the characters. Yeah, I'm just very tempted. I don't really know. I can't really explain to you what this is. It's a Chosen One story. That's all I know. Really. But yeah, this one. I'm gonna get to this series this year. I need to after this show. I'm hoping to read book 1, book 2 maybe, and then the 3rd book before the, like, 2nd season will come out. But we'll see. Who knows? And the 10th book is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This was a self-published book, so I have the self-pub cover, which was probably a mistake because I'm probably going to want the published cover when it becomes a series. This was gifted to me in a Secret Santa from Taz, so thank you, Taz, so much for gifting me this one. This book is, I think it follows 6 magical magician thingies, and they go to a, like, tournament thing, and only 5 of them will like make it out. So you're following the different POVs and you don't know which one's like not passing and not making it to the next book, I'm guessing. Like one's eliminated, and 5 are initiated. That's all I know about this, but I think it sounds so super cool, and I really like the concept of like, I know one of them isn't gonna make it. Who do I think it's gonna be? So that's it. That's my stack of priority fantasy. Knowing right now the unpriority list I already made, the priority of sequels that's in my head that I want to get done, and my self-destruct books that I need to figure out, I got a hefty year of reading ahead of me. But I'm so excited because I am hoping to have an even better reading year than I did this year. This year I've really kind of found what I like and what I don't like, and so I've been having a really great reading year. And I want to continue that. Like, we don't need to read books we don't like. There's no time for that. So, I'm going to hold up the stack, okay? Because most of these are actually, I don't have a couple of them. It's not that bad. It doesn't feel that bad currently. It's just this. Should I show you the titles? They're only a little chunky, right? Just a little bit? Not a lot? I am so excited though. I'm so excited to read all of these. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end and you would like to just leave me a comment to say you were here, but you have no idea what to say, leave me a umbrella emoji. I don't know why I chose umbrella. It's not raining. It's snowing here. It's cold. And so yeah, we're just, maybe the umbrellas will protect me from the snow. Anyways, thank you so much. Talk to me in the comments if you are interested in any of these. If you want to maybe have me start a book club. That's something I'm really considering, is starting some sort of book club. I love watching people talk about these books like in group settings after they've read them. So that's something I would really like to participate in the next year. So whether I start one of my own or kind of hijack other people's, that'd be great. That's just an idea floating around in my head. Anyways, have a wonderful day. If you'd like to connect with me on other platforms, my Bookstagram, my book Twitter, my beauty channel, and my Goodreads are all linked in the description bar below. I love to connect with you. I love to talk to everyone. Have a wonderful day. Make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.